Hello, Virgo. Here's your weekly horoscope for February 21 to February 27. Well, it's a bit of a mixed bag for you this week. There is a lot of good news, but there's some trouble as well. So let's break it down and see if I can offer any helpful advice for you. Well, let's talk about the bad news first of all. Last week we had a serious crisis aspect with Saturn in a very tight square to Uranus. One of the fallouts from that, we saw some horribly inclement weather in North America that caused major power outages in the southern US and also parts of Canada, and left some people in some really dire situations. Aside from that, individually, some people just were exposed to major crises last week in their life for various reasons. The goal of the Saturn-Uranus square, it seems to be to shake us up a bit, to take a look at the parts of our life that aren't working. You know, very often we just get so busy with life that things come at us and, well, we have to just, okay, put that over there for now and put that over there and let's deal with the priorities. But then all this stuff is collected in the sidelines. And Virgo, you're one of the signs to do that. You just put things over there and put things over there until you have time for it. And then you realize you're surrounded by problems. So one of the reasons for this Saturn-Uranus square is to make us focus on enabling that we have more firm structures in our life. I don't mean necessarily physical structures. I mean the structures of our life that enable us to be successful or not. For example, our job, our financial situation, and our relationships. So there were a few crises that came up for a number of people last week, including yourself perhaps, that may have shaken you a little bit. Now, that's last week, and likely this week's going to be a lot better. And I will say this, we're also happy that Mercury is now moving direct again, because Mercury retrograde was especially troublesome in Aquarius while these squares were going on. And now that Mercury is moving direct, it's very slowly beginning to catch speed as it moves through Aquarius, but at least enables for communication to improve for most signs. Another troubling aspect was Venus square Mars pretty much all last week and till Wednesday of this week. And that created a lot of relationship crises for some people, either personal relationships as in our intimate partner or close family like friends, or sorry, like children and parents, but even perhaps friends. And as well, unfortunately, as I moved into some of the negative for this week, Virgo, few planets in Pisces in a house of relationships for you are a little bit in crisis as well. So this week will be a week of you having to resolve some relationship crises, I believe, at least for the most part. As the Venus-Mars square ends by Wednesday, at least relationship stuff will probably be better from midweek on. But again, we have Sun in Pisces and then Venus moving into Pisces by the middle of the week, which for you puts those planets in the seventh house of relationships, marital, and business. Now, Sun and Venus are positive, generally. Venus is the minor benefic, and the Sun puts a very bright spotlight usually on the house that it's in. So in regards to relationships, yes, there's opportunity to really greatly improve some of them this week. But what I'm more concerned with is people that you're in relationship with are having issues or crises that may not have anything to do with you. But of course, none of us like to see people that we care about going through trouble. We want to help. And Virgo is a sign that tends to take other people's troubles on their shoulders. So be careful of that, because you have your own issues you have to deal with as well. And you're a sign that can't, sometimes you're so strong, you really do handle things very, very well. But being a mutable sign, you can only take so much and then you drop in exhaustion, or you just have some mental health issues or emotional health issues, I should say more so. You can be prone to anxiety and worry, and you tend to make things worse because you're being too emotional and irrational and reacting rather than calm down, keep it together, and think before you act. The good news is we have a Mars-Pluto trine that is really going to help you do that this week. So, all right, you might lose it over a couple things this week, but remember, you have a Mars-Pluto trine all week in the sky in Earth signs. It's really very helpful to Virgo. What it is the sky, the universe, reminding you you have hidden reserves of strength. Almost like you have a battery pack or something, but you have these hidden reserves, Virgo, that you can draw upon to help you get through some crisis situations. You know, you're a sign that can be very good at putting aside your own problems and being there to help other people. Wonderful. That's great. But don't forget to help yourself in the process too. And the Mars-Pluto trine is going to help you do that. The reason for that is there are 3 earth signs: Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So your sun is in Virgo, we have Mars in Taurus, and we have Pluto in Capricorn. Mars is all about energy and power and strength, and Pluto is about hidden strengths. Almost, it's like nuclear power compared to battery power. So you're tapping into all of that positive energy this week, Virgo. So watch you show people how hard you can work and how you can get things done. There's no need to show off. You just be yourself, because everyone will scratch their head and wonder, wow, how do you really get all that stuff done in 1 week? But you will do it. Now, the Mars-Pluto trine is also really, really helpful to establish new foundations. So if any of you have started new jobs or new relationships or a new home or something that has just begun in the past little while or so, you're going to find now that Mercury's not retrograde anymore, you can begin to move forward a lot more easily this week. So it may not be easy, but you will be able to do it because it's a very positive aspect that we have between Mars and Pluto here. In general, with Uranus and Taurus as well, that lends itself to help you to change, which is something that, sometimes you resist, sometimes you don't. But Uranus is being squared by Saturn still in this current cycle to April 10th, but off and on all year. So don't get too attached to routine this year, Virgo, if you can help it. Don't get too attached to the tried and the true. It is meant for you to explore new pathways, explore new methods, new ideas, work on some of that, and just watch yourself build a much happier present and future as the year rolls out. I hope you have a great week ahead, Virgo. Good luck to you.